I want to kind of backtrack a little bit real quick. You mentioned that using the fourth grade, you had the opportunity of playing with the sixth graders. What did that do for your confidence?
It actually kind of built my confidence. You got to remember, you just the local friends that you have, and you're a fourth grader to actually, and they did at the particular time, they didn't allow fourth or fifth graders to play sixth grade. You had to be in the sixth grade to play.
Yeah.
But at that particular time, I guess my talent was at the sixth grade level, so it kind of motivated me. I think that was the pinnacle that actually started the desire and the love that I had for the game. I really started to take the game serious at that particular time when I started my sixth grade. Well, I was in the fourth grade when I started playing with the sixth graders, and then you could just imagine once I went to the fifth and the sixth grade, I was already 2 years above just my classmate. So I would say that was the pinnacle that kind of motivated me. That kind of like that motivated me to actually really, really to just take heart in the game.
Gotcha. What peers at the time, fourth, fifth, sixth grade, what peers at the time were maybe better than you, who you wanted to beat?
Well, my sister kind of motivated me. Even though she was a female, Tanya, back in those days I can remember, when she played ball, you really can't compare, males from females as far as the game is concerned. But she was so good, and when you watch her play, you would actually think that this is a male playing basketball. So she was actually my motivator. I watched her whole career. Again, she was older than I was, and just watching, her. I would say the two things that we had in common. Latanya was a great scorer, and I would say for my career, I was a great scorer too. So she kind of motivated me. That was my idol coming up in elementary and junior high school. My sister was. I would have to say.
Now you're at Westside Junior High School. Now you're a seventh grader playing eighth grade basketball. What advances in your game improved from when you was a fourth grader playing with the sixth graders to now you're a seventh grader playing with the eighth graders?
I would have to say my offensive skills was, at my seventh grade year, my offensive skill was already at the 12th grade level. I was actually shooting the basketball amazingly. At that particular time, we didn't have 3-point lines, but my seventh grade year, I was shooting the ball way beyond the 3-point line, and my offensive skills had just developed. They had developed to where the senior high school coach was already looking at me at my seventh grade year.
Wow.
Waiting for me to go over to my freshman year in order to start playing. So I would actually say that my offense was awesome. My offense is actually what got me through college. It's really how I got the scholarship to go to school. My offensive game was what I would say would have to be my strongest point in my game.
Now you're a freshman at East Chicago Roosevelt, known for great basketball, a lot of the great legends, Jim Bradley, just to mention a couple guys. Now, what is your goals as a freshman going to East Chicago Roosevelt?
Well, my goal was, and I did achieve those goals. It was my freshman year. Again, my sister had paved the way, so there at that particular time it was quite a bit of pressure on me at that particular time because everybody was kind of expecting me to be as good as she was at the particular time. Again, because she had paved the way, and I had a decent basketball game at a particular time. So I think they were looking for me to be as good as she was. But my freshman year, I would say that I was very motivated because I knew at the time that I was going to be playing varsity. And not only did I play varsity, I started for the varsity.
Wow.
As a freshman. I was a starter. I was actually a shooting guard. And at that particular time, I want to say I averaged 15 points a game. So I guess, you're the young guy, you coming in, everybody has these big expectations for you. And just with the older players kind of motivated me and kind of encouraging me, I think that kind of helped me kind of build my confidence to actually take my game to another level. And from that point on, my high school career was an awesome career. I ended up making a first team All State, ended up making an honorable mention All American. Even in my freshman year, I had schools like DePaul, North Carolina, Kansas was recruiting me at that particular time, and I was only a freshman in high school and was receiving letters from colleges at that particular time.
Now your sophomore year, as you already stated, you had confidence out of the roof. You're playing good basketball offensively. Now your sophomore year, was there anything that you wanted to work on i in your game as a sophomore playing at Roosevelt?
Well, I was an offensive player. My defense wasn't as great as it should have been. And most times you ask people about my career, they say, "Oh, he was a great scorer, but he didn't have any defense." I guess I would say, it was, being that I had already established a name for myself. My next goal was to win a championship, was to go to state and win state. I think that would have actually topped off my career. Just my confidence level. Again, my confidence level had built to where, I was a sophomore, playing on a senior level. Not just playing with seniors, but I was actually playing on their level. So I would say at that particular time, my game, I was a scorer. So I was a scorer. So my motivation was looking to score.